Welcome to Healing Heart Talks, where we explore the hidden depths of human psychology and the quiet strength found in silence. Have you ever noticed that the most profound moments in life are often the ones that never make it to Instagram? While some are busy capturing the perfect angle for their audience, others are simply breathing in the beauty of the moment. There is a growing group of people who choose to remain invisible online, finding deep peace in their intentional digital silence. Today, we dive deep into the psychology of why some people choose to hide and why it might be a superpower. The core message is simple yet profound. The less you need to prove your life, the more you actually feel it. Let us explore the difference between a life that is performed for an audience and a life that is truly lived. Sociologist Irving Goffman described social interaction as a theatrical performance, where we all wear masks to present our best selves. Social media has turned this occasional performance into a permanent stage, creating an exhausting pressure to maintain a perfect public image. For many, the act of posting is not about sharing, but about managing how the world perceives their curated identity. Psychologists have identified a massive group known as lurkers, comprising nearly 40% of all users on social media platforms. These individuals consume content daily, but choose never to post, comment, or leave any digital footprint of their own existence. This behavior is often a protective mechanism, shielding them from the anxiety of judgment and the harsh court of public opinion. The fear of negative evaluation can be paralyzing, causing many to retreat into silence rather than risk potential criticism or rejection. By refusing to participate in the posting game, they effectively opt out of the exhausting cycle of social comparison and envy. This silence is not a sign of weakness. Often, it indicates a strong sense of self and a desire for privacy. They value their personal boundaries, understanding that once a moment is shared online, it no longer belongs solely to them. Maintaining a private life allows them to keep total control over their narrative, rather than letting strangers interpret their reality. According to self-determination theory, true well-being comes from internal motivation rather than the fickle external validation of likes and comments. People with high self-esteem often feel no need to broadcast their achievements because they are already satisfied with their own effort. They do not require the applause of a virtual audience to confirm that their experiences are valid, real, and meaningful. Like a flower blooming in a deep forest, their happiness exists regardless of whether anyone is there to witness or approve it. This internal validation fosters a sense of autonomy, freeing them from the addictive dopamine loop that traps so many others. They have learned to find joy in the activity itself, rather than in the secondary reward of social media recognition. When you are truly immersed in a flow state, the thought of stopping to record the moment feels like an interruption. By keeping their lives private, they preserve the sacredness of their personal experiences, keeping them untainted by public scrutiny. Intimacy thrives in privacy. Relationships are often stronger when they are not constantly performed for an audience of thousands. There is a unique power in mystery. Not revealing everything makes the things you do share significantly more valuable and impactful. They choose to consume the meal while it is hot, rather than letting it go cold while finding the perfect lighting. This simple act of putting the phone away signals to those present that they are the priority, not the followers online. Those who stay offline often prioritize deep, high-quality connections over a vast quantity of shallow digital acquaintances. They would rather have 5 friends who truly understand their soul than 1,000 strangers who double-tap their photos. True connection requires vulnerability and presence, elements that are often lost in the curated perfection of social media feeds. Digital connections are often fragile and fleeting, while relationships built in the real world tend to be resilient and enduring. By stepping back from the digital noise, they create space for meaningful interactions that actually nourish the human spirit. They focus on tangible acts of kindness and support, realizing that a hug is worth infinitely more than a like. Living offline allows for a richness of experience that simply cannot be compressed into a 15-second video clip. This lifestyle choice is closely linked to the psychological concept of private versus public self-consciousness. Public self-consciousness asks, how do I look to others? While private self-consciousness asks, how do I actually feel inside? Those who hide often prioritize emotional intelligence and internal awareness over the maintenance of an external public persona. They make life decisions based on their own values and desires, not on what will generate the most engagement online. This internal compass guides them through life with stability, unaffected by the shifting trends and opinions of the internet. Authenticity is found in the messy, uncurated reality of life, not in the polished and cropped squares of a profile. They prefer a life that feels good on the inside, rather than one that just looks good on the outside. By focusing on internal feelings, they develop a richer, more textured understanding of themselves and the world around them. The pressure to perform is replaced by the freedom to simply be, allowing for genuine growth and self-discovery. Stepping away from the spotlight allows them to explore their identity without the fear of making mistakes in public. Growth often happens in the dark. Constant exposure to the light of public attention can sometimes stunt our development. There is a profound dignity in keeping your struggles and your victories between you and your closest loved ones. Ultimately, the choice to hide is not about rejection of technology, but about the preservation of human connection. It is about understanding that life is a fleeting experience to be savored, not a commodity to be archived. Every minute spent editing a photo for strangers is a minute stolen from experiencing the reality right in front of you. So, if you are someone who rarely posts, know that your silence is valid, powerful, and psychologically healthy. You are not missing out on life. You are likely experiencing it more deeply than those caught in the feed. You have chosen to be the protagonist of your own life story rather than a content creator for others. Your memories are stored safely in your heart and mind, where they cannot be judged, deleted, or scrolled past. There is a tangible weight to physical memories and private moments that digital archives simply can never replicate. If you feel the pressure to post, give yourself permission to step back and just exist for a while. Reclaim your time, your privacy, and your attention, and redirect them towards the things that truly matter to you. Observe the world with your eyes, not through a screen, and notice how much more vibrant the colors become. The best moments of your life deserve to be fully felt, not interrupted by the need to capture them.
You are going to clean this up.
There is a quiet rebellion in letting your battery die and not rushing to find a charger immediately. In a world that screams for attention, silence is a rare and luxurious commodity that you can choose to own. Your practice, your hobbies, and your growth are for you alone. They do not need to be content. The mystery you maintain creates a magnetism. People are naturally drawn to those who do not reveal everything instantly. Let people wonder what you are up to. Let them imagine your life rather than giving them a report. Celebrate your wins in private with those who helped you achieve them and feel the genuine warmth of shared joy. When you reach the summit, the view is the reward, not the photo you take to prove you were there. Self-satisfaction is the ultimate form of success, and it requires no audience, no likes, and no external validation whatsoever. Be kind to yourself and recognize that your worth is inherent, not something that fluctuates with your engagement metrics. Like a deep-rooted tree, you can stand tall and strong without needing to sway for every passing breeze. Sleep soundly, knowing that your life is yours to keep, yours to live, and yours to cherish privately. Wake up to the world, not to a timeline, and see what beauty awaits you in the real domain. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the quiet power of the hidden and the unseen life. If this resonated with you, please share it with a friend offline. This is Healing Heart Talks, Stay real.